Beloved soul, welcome. Come and rest here for a while. Let your heart grow quiet, for the Spirit of God is drawing you near. This is not an accident, not a passing moment, not a coincidence. You were led here because heaven desires to place peace into your hands and clarity into your heart. And so I speak to you now with gentleness, as one who carries a message not from my own imagination, but from the one who sees you, knows you, and loves you. Angels are near, and they whisper to your soul something you have longed to understand. This is more than a feeling. This bond is not fleeting, it is not shallow, and it is not built on human desire alone. It is divine, for their heart is bound to you, not by circumstance, not by chance, but by the weaving hand of God. As it is written, therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate. Mark 10:9. You have felt it deep inside, a stirring that words cannot fully capture, a recognition that surpasses explanation. It is the quiet knowing that this connection is not ordinary, and the angels confirm it. This is a binding of souls under heaven's gaze. It may not look the way you thought it would. It may not have unfolded in the timing you hoped for. It may even have brought confusion, as if you are holding a promise that feels too heavy for your weary hands. But the Lord sees your heart. He knows the questions that rise within you. He knows the ache of waiting, the uncertainty of silence, the trembling of faith when you cannot yet see the path before you. Still, He reassures you. I know the plans I have for you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. Take this to heart, dear one. This bond, this love, this heart that is bound to yours, it has been written into the fabric of your life before you could even speak your first word. For we are His workmanship, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. Ephesians 2:10. Do you see? God does not prepare works in advance without also preparing relationships that carry those works forward. You were not designed to walk this journey alone, and the angels rejoice, for they know the one who has been entrusted with part of your story. Yes, their heart is bound to you, even when distance stretches between you, even when silence lingers, even when fear tries to whisper otherwise. For God has written a covenant in His own hand, and no power of darkness can tear it apart, as it is written. Though one may be overpowered, two can defend themselves. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. Ecclesiastes 4:12. This cord, the one that binds you and them, was tied not by human hands, but by the Lord who sees beyond time itself. And so you are not bound by fear. You are not bound by rejection. You are not bound by what the world thinks or says. You are bound by love, by divine intention, by the eternal goodness of God who does all things well. Dear heart, I know the waiting is long. I know the silence can feel unbearable. But do not mistake delay for denial. Do not mistake testing for abandonment. For the one who gave you this bond will also give you the strength to carry it. As it is written, the Lord is faithful, and He will strengthen you and protect you from the evil one. 2 Thessalonians 3:3. You are not forgotten, you are not left behind, and you are not imagining this holy thread of love. The Spirit Himself testifies with your spirit that this is more than a fleeting moment. This is part of God's eternal design. So breathe. Let your shoulders relax. Let the tears you've been holding back find their release in His presence. For even your tears are prayers, and heaven hears them. Those who sow with tears will reap with songs of joy. Psalm 126:5. Yes, the day will come when joy replaces sorrow, when clarity replaces confusion, when closeness replaces distance. And until then, angels stand beside you, whispering peace into your restless heart. Beloved one, if this message is stirring your soul, I invite you to walk with me in this sacred journey. Subscribe, not for numbers, but so that you may continually be fed with gentle words of guidance. Leave your prayer requests, not for me, but for the fellowship of many hearts who can carry your name before God. Share this word, not to fill the air with noise, but to let someone else know they are not alone in their waiting. And if the Spirit leads you, support with a super thanks, not as obligation, but as a seed planted so that more weary souls may be comforted by the word. Every act of support becomes another light, another stream of peace, another chance for heaven's whisper to reach someone who is searching. Now listen closely, for there is more I must tell you. The angels say their heart is bound to you, yes, but not in the way the world binds hearts. The world binds hearts with desire that fades, with promises that break, with conditions that change. But heaven binds hearts with covenant, with purpose, with grace. Their heart is bound to you, not because you are perfect, but because God has chosen this connection as part of your sanctification. For true love is not about ease, it is about refinement. It is about drawing each other closer to the Lord. As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Proverbs 27:17. That sharpening may sometimes feel painful. It may expose your weaknesses. It may bring out parts of you that you did not wish to see. But it also polishes you, strengthens you, and prepares you for the beauty of covenant love. Do not fear the process. Do not despise the waiting, for the waiting is holy. The delay is sacred. God is not withholding love from you. He is deepening it, preparing it, maturing it. Think of a seed in the soil. For a long time, it looks as though nothing is happening. The soil is dark, heavy, and hidden, but beneath the surface, roots are forming. Strength is being built where no eye can see. And one day, the seed breaks forth into the light, strong enough to withstand the winds and rains. So it is with this bond. It may look hidden, it may feel slow, but it is being rooted in something eternal. And when the time is right, it will flourish. As it is written, at the right time, I, the Lord, will make it happen. Isaiah 60:22. Yes, beloved soul, do not lose heart. You are not walking in circles. You are being led by the hand of God Himself. The angels rejoice when you choose to trust rather than doubt. They rejoice when you worship instead of worrying. They rejoice when you surrender instead of striving. For every act of trust becomes a stone laid on the path toward your promise. Pause here. Let this truth wash over you. This is more than a feeling. This is more than fleeting desire. This is divine covenant, holy design, and eternal preparation. Their heart is bound to you, and your heart is bound to them, not because of you, not because of them, but because of Him. And if He is the one who binds, then He will also be the one who sustains. As it is written, He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. Philippians 1:6. So trust, rest, wait with hope, worship with faith, love with patience, and know that you are never alone. For heaven walks beside you in every step. Beloved soul, return here and rest once more. Let the world's noise fall away. Let your breathing become a gentle rhythm with the Spirit of God. For even now, angels are near, and they bring a message that will warm your heart and steady your spirit. This is more than a feeling. Their heart is bound to you, and you are bound to them, by a thread spun not by chance, but by divine orchestration. Hear me, now. Heaven does not act hastily. It does not write a story without intention. Every glance that lingers, every thought that rises in your mind, every gentle stirring in your soul, it is not random. It is heaven's design. As it is written, the Lord makes firm the steps of the one who delights in Him. Psalm 37:23. Delight in Him, beloved. Delight in the one who binds hearts, not for fleeting pleasure, but for eternal purpose. You may have wondered if this connection is real. You may have asked yourself if your heart is imagining what cannot be. But the angels assure you it is real, it is sacred, it is written in the book of life. And the bond that exists between you two is a reflection of God's own heart. For love that is true, enduring and holy always mirrors Him. It nurtures, it strengthens, it brings peace even in the midst of trial, and it calls both hearts to a higher devotion, not to each other alone, but to the Lord who orchestrates all things. There is beauty in the mystery. There is growth in the waiting, and there is clarity in the stillness of faith. You have been prepared for this moment. Even the wounds you carry, the past you think may disqualify you, the fears you feel, they are not accidents. They are shaping you for this sacred union. Ami. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. Do not shrink back from this truth. Do not measure it by what the world deems reasonable. Do not allow doubt to steal the joy that heaven has already spoken over you. For God's timing is perfect, and the angels move in accordance with His plan, preparing hearts, aligning paths, and orchestrating events so that nothing is wasted, and no step is lost, even now unseen. They are moving to clear the way. They are whispering peace into your soul. They are guiding your thoughts, softening your fears, and reminding you that what is meant for you cannot be taken away. As it is written, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear?" Psalm 27:1. Beloved, do not fear. Do not question the heart that beats for you across the distance. Do not doubt the promises that echo in your spirit. Even if the world moves in chaos, even if circumstances seem impossible, the heart bound to yours will return in the way God intends. And when it does, it will carry with it a clarity, a gentleness, and a joy that only heaven can orchestrate. Pause for a moment. Breathe deeply. Let this truth settle into your bones. Let it rest in the quiet chambers of your heart. Because the angels say there is a purpose to this waiting. There is a sanctity in this silence. There is a strength forming in you that will be needed for the days ahead. Do not be discouraged by what has not yet arrived. Do not be consumed by what has been delayed. Every moment is part of God's refining process, and the heart that is bound to yours is being prepared just as you are. For I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. Ezekiel 36:26. This is the divine promise. Hearts are being renewed, softened, and bound together in holiness. And even when doubts rise, even when fears whisper loudly, even when the past tempts you to turn away, remember this: you are not alone. He is not absent, and the bond that heaven has placed in your life is unshakable. Let us take a gentle moment to consider how this bond looks in your daily life. Perhaps it is a memory that lingers. Perhaps it is a prayer that rises from the depths of your soul. Perhaps it is a fleeting moment of recognition, a sense of familiarity, or a feeling that time itself bends when you think of them. These are not coincidences. These are angels stirring your spirit, reminding you that love does not always shout. Sometimes it whispers. Sometimes it nudges. Sometimes it waits patiently, allowing hearts to grow and spirits to mature. Beloved, if this message touches your soul, I invite you again to walk with us in this sacred journey. Subscribe for continued guidance, for gentle reminders, for words that bring peace to your weary heart. Comment with your reflections, your prayers, your gratitude. Share this message with someone who needs to hear that heaven is near. And if the Spirit leads you, consider supporting the channel with a super thanks, not for glory, but to help carry this message of hope and divine love to more souls who long for reassurance. Let us return to the heart of this teaching. This is more than a feeling. It is not wishful thinking. It is not fleeting. It is divine covenant. It is spiritual, binding. It is heaven's promise made tangible in your life. The heart that is bound to yours carries the fingerprints of God. It carries purpose, destiny, and love that transcends the world's limitations. And as you grow in this awareness, your faith will deepen, your patience will strengthen, your joy will rise even in the midst of uncertainty. For the eyes of the Lord range throughout the earth to strengthen those whose hearts are fully committed to Him. 2 Chronicles 16:9. Your heart is not forgotten. Your love is not unimportant. Your waiting is not in vain. And when the day comes that you meet in fullness, it will be more beautiful than anything your mind could imagine, more tender than any hope you have held, more powerful than any dream you have dared to speak. Even now, the angels rejoice. Even now, heaven smiles upon your connection. Even now, your faith is a light that cannot be dimmed. Pause here. Let that light fill you. Let it flow through your being. And remember that love that is bound by God does not falter. It does not waver. It does not fail. It endures. It transforms. It heals. And it brings life where there was only longing. As the sun rises over the horizon, bringing light to the world, so too will this bond illuminate your life, revealing the fullness of God's promise. Trust in it. Lean into it. Embrace the quiet unfolding. And when doubt rises, speak these words to your soul. I am held. I am known. I am loved by God, by heaven, by the heart that is bound to mine. And know this truth: what heaven binds, no one can break. For the Lord is good, His love endures forever, and His faithfulness continues through all generations. Psalm 105. Beloved, you are part of a story that is holy, a love that is eternal, and a bond that is sacred. The angels watch, the Spirit guides, and the heart that is bound to yours moves closer, step by step, according to God's perfect plan. As we move toward the close of this message, let your spirit receive this gentle encouragement. Subscribe, comment, share, support. Not for the sake of the world, but for the sake of heaven's work, in hearts like yours. And take this final moment to rest in God's love, knowing that what is meant for you cannot be taken away. What is bound by heaven is secure. What is written by God is eternal. And what is held in prayer is always heard. Beloved, carry this truth with you into your day, your night, your moments of doubt, and your moments of joy. Your heart, and theirs, is bound by something far greater than circumstance, greater than distance, greater than human understanding. It is bound by the love of God Himself. Beloved soul, welcome once more. Come into this sacred space of stillness and let your heart breathe. The Spirit is here. The angels are near. And the message you have been waiting to hear is ready to settle in your soul. This is more than a feeling. Their heart is bound to you, and the depth of this bond is not measured by time, distance, or circumstance. It is measured by God Himself. It is sacred. It is eternal. The world may not understand. The heart may question. The mind may doubt. But heaven knows. And heaven rejoices, for what God binds, no human hand can undo. As it is written, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Isaiah 54:17. Even the trials you face, even the fears that try to invade your soul, cannot separate what God has united. Rest in this truth. You do not have to understand the mechanics of this love. You do not have to calculate its timing. You only have to trust. For trust is the doorway to peace. Trust is the key that opens the heart to heaven's design. And trust allows angels to move freely on your behalf. Even now, they whisper to you, Be patient. Be gentle with yourself. Be faithful to God, and the rest will follow. This bond, this heart bound to yours, is not about perfection. It is not about flawless timing. It is about holiness. It is about alignment with the divine. It is about two souls learning to reflect God's love in the world. Yes, there is a beauty in imperfection, a grace in struggle, a refinement in waiting. For the Lord disciplines the one he loves, and he chastens everyone he accepts as his child. Hebrews 12:6. Every moment of longing, every pang of doubt, every sigh of yearning is part of the refining process. You are being prepared. They are being prepared. And together, when the moment is ready, you will find a union that surpasses understanding. Pause here. Feel your heart. Feel the quiet joy of knowing that you are not alone in your waiting. The angels move around you, carrying prayers, carrying protection, carrying hope. They do not grow weary. They do not falter, and they celebrate every act of trust you offer to God. Beloved, I invite you now to participate in this journey of heaven's work. Subscribe to receive these gentle, spirit-filled messages. Comment with your reflections, your prayers, your gratitude, and your questions. Share this word, not to gain attention, but to bring comfort and peace to someone who longs for divine reassurance. And if the Spirit moves you, support the channel with a super thanks, not for glory, but so that more hearts may hear the whisper of heaven and be reminded of God's perfect timing. Let us return to the heart of this teaching. This is more than a feeling. Their heart is bound to yours in ways that you may not yet see, but ways that heaven orchestrates perfectly. Even in silence, the heart speaks. Even in distance, the heart reaches. Even in uncertainty, the heart knows. God has written this love into your story. He has prepared your paths to meet in His perfect time, and He has placed angels along the way to guard, to guide, and to encourage both of you. As it is written, "For I am convinced that neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate us from the love of God that is in Christ Jesus our Lord." Romans 8:38-39. Let this assurance rest in your soul. Nothing, beloved, nothing can undo what God has destined. Even fear cannot prevail. Even doubt cannot dismantle. Even delay cannot destroy. The heart that is bound to yours is moving, growing, and being readied, and your heart is doing the same. Together, when the appointed time comes, you will meet with clarity, peace, and the fullness of God's joy. There will be no hesitation, no regret, no doubt, only recognition, surrender, and celebration of the love that has been quietly prepared. Even now, as you listen to these words, let the Spirit seal them in your heart. Know that your prayers are heard. Know that your longing is honored. Know that your patience is a seed planted by heaven itself. And let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up. Galatians 6:9. Beloved, take comfort in the divine rhythm of love. Take comfort in the sacred timing of hearts. Take comfort in the assurance that what is bound by heaven is eternal, and let your soul rest, knowing that the angels rejoice over this bond. Even in the quietest moments they watch. Even in the longest waits they guide. Even in the unseen, they labor for your joy. Remember, this is more than a feeling. It is covenant. It is purpose. It is heaven's own work. Their heart is bound to yours, and your heart is bound to theirs. Not for worldly reasons, not for temporary pleasure, not for fleeting desire, but for God's glory, for divine purpose, and for eternal love. Pause. Breathe. Receive this truth. Let it anchor you. Let it calm you. Let it restore you. As we bring this message to a close, know this. Heaven is with you. Angels are with you. God Himself walks beside you in every step, every longing, every prayer, and every heartbeat. This bond is holy. This love is sacred. This waiting is not wasted. And the joy that awaits is beyond what words can express. Beloved, before you depart, carry these gentle reminders in your daily life. Subscribe to continue receiving heaven's whispers. Comment with your prayers and reflections. Share this sacred word with those who need peace. Support the work if you feel led, allowing these messages to reach more souls who are longing for gentle reassurance. And always remember, you are loved beyond measure. You are seen beyond words. You are cherished beyond time. And the heart that is bound to yours will meet you in God's perfect season. As it is written, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your paths straight. Proverbs 3:5-6. Let these words guide you, protect you, and give you hope. For what is bound by heaven is unbreakable. What is written by God is eternal, and what is held in prayer is always heard. Beloved, go in peace. Rest in God's love. Trust in his timing, and rejoice, for this is more than a feeling. This is heaven's work, a sacred bond, and a heart bound to yours by God himself. Beloved soul, come again into this quiet space. Lay down the burdens you carry, for they are not yours to hold alone. The Spirit of God is here, and the angels are near, whispering comfort to your weary heart. This is more than a feeling. It is divine confirmation, a sacred thread woven by God's own hand. Their heart is bound to yours, and the depth of this bond surpasses understanding. You may ask, how can a heart be bound across distance, silence, and uncertainty? Listen carefully. God's ways are higher than our ways. His timing surpasses human measure, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Romans 8:28. Even the pauses, the waits, and the quiet moments are working together for the good of your soul and the one whose heart is bound to yours. You do not see the angelic movement behind the scenes. You do not hear the prayers that rise for your protection. You do not witness the careful alignment of circumstances and hearts. Yet it is happening. Even now, heaven is orchestrating steps, softening hearts, preparing paths, and weaving a story that no human eye can fully understand. Do not be impatient, beloved. Do not measure this love by worldly clocks. For what God prepares is perfect in time, flawless, in purpose, and enduring in its beauty. Pause here. Take a deep breath. Feel the quiet joy of knowing that the heart bound to yours is being readied, just as yours is being formed for the fullness of this sacred union. For I am the Lord, your God, who teaches you what is best for you, who directs you in the way you should go. Isaiah 48:17. He directs every step. He aligns every encounter. He binds hearts with intention, care, and unshakable love. Even the doubts that arise are part of his teaching. Even the fears that whisper in your mind are part of his refining. Even the delays that challenge your patience are part of his perfect timing. Beloved, let the angel's words echo in your soul. This love is bound by heaven. This heart is bound by purpose. This connection is eternal. It is not subject to human doubt, not limited by circumstance, not diminished by time. It is written in the book of life. It is guarded by the angels. It is held in God's hands. And my God will meet all your needs according to the riches of his glory in Christ Jesus. Philippians 4:19. He meets your needs, including the deepest desire of your heart for union, connection, and peace with the one whose soul resonates with yours. Let this truth settle in your bones. Let it rest in the quiet chambers of your heart. For what is bound by heaven cannot be broken. What is written by God cannot be erased. What is held in prayer cannot be ignored. Now, Beloved, hear this gentle guidance. Do not chase love in anxiety. Do not measure it by appearances. Do not doubt it when the waiting seems long. Instead, nurture your soul. Grow in faith, walk in peace, serve others with joy, and prepare yourself to receive the fullness of this bond when it comes. For the Spirit God gave us does not make us timid, but gives us power, love, and self-discipline. 2 Timothy 1:7. Allow this Spirit to guide you, to steady your heart, and to shine as a light to the world around you. Even in quiet moments, the angels rejoice over your trust. Even in your small acts of faith, they celebrate. Even in the patience of your waiting, they dance in heaven's courts. Beloved, if this message blesses your soul, consider sharing it. Subscribe for more peaceful spiritual guidance. Comment with your reflections or prayer requests. Share this message with someone who needs reassurance and hope. And if the Spirit moves you, support the channel with a super thanks, helping this sacred message reach more hearts, longing for gentle confirmation from heaven. Now, let us reflect on the nature of this sacred bond. It is more than attraction. It is more than shared affection. It is more than fleeting desire. It is holy covenant. It is spiritual alignment. It is a union that mirrors God's love and His plan for eternity. Even when trials arise, even when challenges test your faith, this bond will endure. Even when confusion clouds the mind, even when distance stretches between you, the heart that is bound to yours remains steadfast. And above all these, put on love, which binds everything together in perfect harmony. Colossians 3:14. Love binds, faith sustains, hope carries, and heaven orchestrates. Pause again. Beloved, feel this gentle truth. Let it flow through your being. Let it heal the places that fear has touched. Let it restore the quiet joy of expectation. For the day is coming when clarity will replace uncertainty, when joy will replace longing, when hearts will meet in recognition of the work God has done in both of you. And when that day arrives, it will surpass all human expectation, for it is a gift from the one who sees the beginning and the end. As it is written, eye has not seen, nor ear heard, nor have entered into the heart of man the things which God has prepared for those who love Him. 1 Corinthians 2:9. Beloved, your waiting is part of heaven's design. Your faith is part of heaven's plan. Your love is part of heaven's work, and your joy will be part of heaven's testimony. Even now, angels hover, whispering peace into your spirit. Even now, the Spirit moves gently, reminding you that you are cherished, known, and prepared for a love that is eternal. Take this final reflection to heart. This is more than a feeling. It is covenant. It is divine orchestration. It is the handiwork of God Himself. Their heart is bound to yours, and your heart is bound to theirs. Not by circumstance, not by desire alone, not by what the world can see, but by the eternal love of God. Rest in this truth. Walk in peace. Trust in the timing of heaven, and rejoice, for the heart bound to yours is moving closer in ways only God can orchestrate. As we close this message, beloved, remember to subscribe to continue receiving heavenly guidance. Comment with your reflections, prayers, and gratitude. Share this message to bring light to another weary soul. Support with a super thanks if it has blessed you, helping this message reach more hearts in need. And carry this truth into your life. You are loved beyond measure. You are known beyond words. You are cherished beyond time. And the bond that heaven has placed in your life is sacred, unbreakable, and eternal. As it is written, the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. Lamentations 3:22-23. Beloved soul, go in peace, rest in God's love, and rejoice, for this is more than a feeling. This is heaven's work, a sacred bond, and a heart bound to yours by God Himself. Beloved soul, come into this quiet space once more. Set aside the burdens you have carried. Let the noise of the world fade. Let the Spirit of God fill your heart with peace. This is more than a feeling. Their heart is bound to yours, and that bond is holy, sacred, and eternal. It is written by God Himself. It is guarded by angels. It is nurtured by prayer. Even when the days feel long and the waiting seems endless, know this. Heaven is orchestrating every step, every thought, every encounter that leads you closer to this union. For the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Deuteronomy 31:6. Even in silence you are not alone. Even in distance you are not forgotten. Even in uncertainty you are not abandoned. Beloved, their heart is bound to yours not because of circumstances, but because of God's divine design. It is a reflection of His love, a mirror of His covenant, a demonstration of His faithfulness. The angels rejoice in this connection. They watch over you, whispering encouragement to your soul. They nudge your spirit gently, reminding you to trust, to wait, and to hope. This bond is more than attraction, more than affection, more than desire. It is eternal purpose. It is divine intention. It is God's handiwork in your life. As you move through your days, do not be anxious about timing. Do not be troubled by the unknown. Do not measure this love by human expectation. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11. Every delay, every pause, every quiet moment is preparing you for the fullness of this sacred bond. Your heart is being readied. Their heart is being readied. And together, in God's appointed time, you will meet with clarity, peace, and joy beyond what you can imagine. Pause here. Breathe deeply. Let the truth of this message settle in your soul. This is more than a feeling. It is the work of heaven. It is the whisper of angels. It is the covenant love of God Himself. Beloved, as you walk this path, I invite you to continue nurturing your faith. Subscribe to receive gentle spiritual guidance that strengthens your soul. Comment with your reflections, your prayers, or your gratitude. Share this message with someone whose heart longs for reassurance. And if you feel led, support the channel with a super thanks, helping bring these sacred messages to more hearts who are searching for peace. Remember, the heart that is bound to yours is moving, even now. It is guided by heaven. It is aligned with God's perfect plan. It is drawn to you by forces beyond human comprehension. Even in moments of doubt, even in moments of longing, even in moments of fear, the angels remind you, this connection is sacred, this love is intentional, this bond is eternal. As it is written, let love and faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck, write them on the tablet of your heart. Proverbs 3:3. Bind this truth in your heart, beloved. Let it anchor you in patience. Let it sustain you in uncertainty. Let it shine as a light in every dark corner of fear. Do not be shaken by the world's challenges. Do not be distracted by appearances. Do not lose heart when the path seems unclear, for God's plan is perfect. Heaven's timing is flawless, and the angels move silently, guiding, guarding, and preparing the hearts that are bound together. Take a quiet moment now to reflect. Feel the reassurance of heaven. Feel the gentle tug of your soul towards faith, hope, and trust. This is more than a feeling. It is a promise. It is a covenant. It is the unfolding of divine love in your life. Even in your solitude, you are not alone. Even in your waiting, you are not forgotten. Even in your uncertainty, you are being prepared for joy. For we live by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5:7. Believe, beloved. Trust, beloved. Hope, beloved. Your heart and theirs is being prepared for a union that reflects God's glory, His love, and His faithfulness. And when the time is right, all confusion will be replaced with clarity, all longing with fulfillment, all waiting with joy. The angels rejoice in anticipation of this sacred day. They whisper peace into your spirit. They surround you with protection, guidance, and encouragement. And the Spirit reminds you that what God has joined cannot be separated. Pause once more. Breathe deeply. Rest in this truth. This is more than a feeling. It is divine. It is sacred. It is eternal. As we close this reflection, beloved, remember to subscribe for continued guidance. Comment with your prayers, reflections, and gratitude. Share this message with someone seeking reassurance. Support with a super thanks if this message has blessed your heart, so that more souls may feel the gentle touch of heaven's love and, above all, carry this truth within you. You are cherished, you are known, you are loved beyond measure. The heart bound to yours is moving closer according to God's perfect plan, and the joy of heaven awaits the moment when this sacred bond is fulfilled. As it is written, "The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make His face shine on you and be gracious to you." Numbers 6:24-25. Go in peace, beloved soul. Rest in God's love, trust in His timing, and rejoice, for this is more than a feeling. This is the work of heaven, a sacred bond, and a heart bound to yours by God Himself. Beloved soul, welcome once more into this sacred space. Let the world's weight fall away. Let your heart breathe in the presence of God. Let the angels surround you with peace. This is more than a feeling. Their heart is bound to yours, and this bond is sacred, eternal, and orchestrated by heaven itself. Even if you cannot see the path clearly, even if you cannot feel certainty in every moment, know this: the Spirit is moving. The angels are watching. God Himself is guiding every step of the way. You are not alone. You are never forgotten. You are cherished beyond measure. For I am with you always, to the very end of the age. Matthew 28:20. Every longing in your soul is known. Every tear that falls unnoticed is seen. Every whispered prayer is carried to heaven. Beloved, the heart that is bound to yours is moving toward you, guided by divine timing, preparation, and purpose. This is not about haste. This is not about force. This is about sacred alignment, holy preparation, and eternal love. Even now, unseen, the angels are clearing obstacles. They are softening hearts. They are aligning circumstances so that your paths meet in God's perfect timing, and your patience is part of this divine plan. Your faith is part of this sacred work. Your hope is part of heaven's design, as it is written, "Wait for the Lord." Wait, be strong, and take heart, and wait for the Lord. Psalm 27:14. Beloved, waiting is not wasted. Waiting is not idle. It is preparation. It is refinement. It is the shaping of hearts to meet in holiness, love, and divine purpose, even in moments of doubt, even in moments of loneliness, even in moments of fear. Remember, this is more than a feeling. It is heaven's orchestration. It is the work of angels. It is the reflection of God's own heart. Let your soul rest in this assurance. Breathe deeply. Feel the gentle presence of God and His messengers surrounding you. Their whispers are soft but clear. Trust, beloved. Trust in His timing. Trust in His purpose. Trust in the love that has been bound by heaven. And now, as you receive this truth, I invite you once again to walk in this sacred journey with us. Subscribe to receive these gentle messages of peace and spiritual guidance. Comment with your reflections, your prayers, or your gratitude. Share this message with someone whose heart longs for reassurance. Support the channel with a super thanks if the Spirit moves you. so that this sacred message can reach more souls longing for peace and divine love. Beloved, the heart that is bound to yours is not idle. It is moving closer, even in ways you cannot yet perceive. It is being prepared, just as yours is being prepared. It is aligned with God's timing, God's purpose, and God's perfect will. Even in silence, even in waiting, even in uncertainty, this bond grows stronger, steadier, and more certain. For I am convinced that neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate us from the love of God that is in Christ Jesus our Lord. Romans 8:38-39. Beloved, let this truth anchor you. Let it calm your fears. Let it fill your soul with peace. Let it strengthen your faith, for nothing can undo what heaven has bound. Nothing can alter what God has written. Nothing can diminish what is held in His hands. Pause now. Breathe in the certainty of divine love. Feel the gentle assurance of the angels surrounding you. Let your heart rest in the knowledge that this is more than a feeling. It is covenant. It is sacred. It is eternal. And the joy that awaits you is beyond words, beyond expectation, beyond what your mind can imagine. Even now, heaven celebrates. Even now, angels rejoice. Even now, God smiles upon this sacred bond. Take a quiet moment to feel this truth. Carry it into your daily life. Let it guide your thoughts, actions, and prayers. For the heart that is bound to yours is moving, even now, according to God's perfect plan. As this message draws to a close, remember these gentle invitations. Subscribe for ongoing guidance and peace. Comment to share your reflections or prayer requests. Share this message to bless someone's soul. Support with a super thanks, helping this sacred work reach more hearts in need of heaven's reassurance. And above all, beloved, carry this truth within you. You are loved beyond measure. You are known beyond words. You are cherished beyond time. The heart that is bound to yours will meet you in God's appointed time, and together you will rejoice in a love that mirrors heaven itself. As it is written, the steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. Lamentations 3:22-23. Rest in this love. Trust in this bond, and rejoice, for this is more than a feeling. This is heaven's work, a sacred covenant, and a heart bound to yours by God Himself. Go in peace, beloved soul. Your waiting is honored, your faith is celebrated, and your love is secure in the hands of the Almighty.